It's now time for Central Rebel football on KDKZ Channel 18.
Looks like the Central Rebels have elected to kick. They're going to go right to left on your radio dial, just about set to go. We'll get to the seniors here in just a minute and sit back and enjoy high school football on Froyo 96, 95.9 FM, your only FM station to cover Central Rebel football this evening. Sit back and enjoy it. Justin Bridges set to kick it off from his own 40-yard line. 2 men deep for the Dexter Bearcats back at the 10-yard line. Coach ready to go? This should be a good one.
Yeah, let's get the ball in the air and let's get this thing rolling.
You expect a coach to say that. A deep kick by Bridges, taken back at the 11-yard line, fumbled, picked up at the 15, across the 20, breaks a tackle, gets out across the 25 to the 26-yard line, and the Dexter Bearcats will have it there, 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Tackle on the return made by Dawson Day. 26.
And Dexter goes no huddle quickly. They'll line up. Team traditionally loves to run the football, and Coach Golcher said they will ground and pound it, try to get first downs, move the chains, and keep the clock running. Shotgun formation. Hand. Yard line, still on his feet, but pushed backwards by a host of Central Rebels. They'll give him forward progress out to the 37-yard line, enough for a first down. And Dexter on the move here. They're content to keep the ball on the ground and pound you and make you stop them. Clock rolls. 2 wide receivers come to the near side this time. Trout and Ernesto Rivera. Shotgun formation. Once again, handoff once again to the tailback. Ducks his head, hit by a host of Central Rebels at the line of scrimmage. He'll go nowhere. They'll spot it maybe at the 38-yard line. They may give him forward progress to the 38, so a gain of 1 for the Dexter Bearcats. Just underway, 4th quarter. Glad you could join us here tonight in Park Hills on the campus of the Central Rebels. Alongside Coach Mike Wojcik, I'm Dave Ward. Week 8 of the high school football season. Shotgun formation once again. Handoff straight ahead. Gets out at about the 39. They'll trip him up. He'll fall forward to the 40. A short gain for Dexter. They'll give him 2. So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 7 for the Bearcats. This is a situation that Coach Golcher wanted to avoid. He wanted to avoid these 3rd down and long situations here. He talked about that on the pregame show. Try to pound the ball and get good yardage on 1st and 2nd down. Let's see if they throw the football. Shotgun formation once again. 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Now we're set. Takes a snap. Fakes, backs a pass. Pressured, tipped at the line of scrimmage and caught at the 45-yard line. Going to be short of a first down. They'll give him the 45-yard line, but it's going to be about 2 yards short of the first down. So let's see what Dexter decides to do here. And it looks like they're going to bring the kicking team on. And Dexter able to move the football a little bit, but that Central Rebel defense pretty tough and pretty stingy.
Yeah, they did a really nice job flying to the ball. In a situation like this, you really hate to give the ball to that offense of the Rebels.
1 man back for the Rebels. Good snap and a good kick. Bounces at the 25-yard line. Takes a Bearcat bounce at the 15 and down there. And Central Rebels offense will have it there. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. No score here early 1st quarter.
77 is the kid back.
And let's see what the Rebels have for the Dexter Bearcats. Dexter is scored in 7 games, 138 points, given up 123, and the Central Rebels have put up 281 points with 107 points on the defensive side. So pretty stingy defense for 7 games of football. Here come the Rebels. They go under center, 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left. Jace Bland back to pass now, hands off straight ahead, tripped up at the 14-yard line and full forward to the 15. A gain of 5 for the Rebels. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 5 from the 20-yard line. Get to your seniors as we go along here. Your senior quarterback is Jace Bland. Garrett Winkler, number 10, and number 12, Tyrese Welch. Under center, now hands off straight ahead. Breaks a tackle, spins away from men, gets out about the 22-yard line. That's Tyrese Welch on the carry. Tackled by number 31, Corbin Strong.
It's pretty obvious what they're trying to do here on offense. They're trying to set up that split back veer that they like to run.
Jake Casey comes wide receiver to the near side. Dawson Day, another senior, goes wide receiver to the right. Now they go trips to the right side quickly. Shotgun formation for Jace Bland. Fakes the handoff, keeps it to the near side, turns the corner, gets out across the 30, sidesteps a man, thrown out of bounds finally at the 34-yard line. The Central Rebel fans wanted a flag there, but I think both guys just kind of stumbling along there trying to keep from having a train wreck there on the Rebel side.
Yeah, that was just momentum that was carrying them.
Good call by the referees not to throw a flag there.
It's kind of hard to stop a lot of beef like that on a dime.
Jace Bland gets first down yardage out to the 34-yard line, so it'll be 1st and 10 for the Rebels. Shotgun formation, empty backfield, 2 to the right and 1 to the left. Back to pass. Now they throw a screen to the near side. Caught at the 35, across the 40. Got running room to midfield, cuts inside to the 45, breaks a tackle at the 40, still on his feet, to the 30, to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Will Hopkins on the screen. 51 yards for the touchdown for Will Hopkins. Broke several tackles there, Coach. It's just a simple screen. He had plenty of running room. We knew he was going to get to midfield at least. He broke 2 tackles there at midfield, broke another one at the 40, and then he was on his way.
Well, and you know, they knew that going an empty set like that they were going to pin their ears back on defense and try to get a pass rush, and they took advantage of what they were giving them, and you know, the result was a touchdown.
Extra point attempt here. Snap back. Chip shot is up and good. Jake Casey with the extra point. And with 7:38 to go, first quarter, Central gets on the board first. They lead 7-0. We'll come back in 30 on Froggy 96.
Attention patients who've been implanted with an IVC filter. IVC filters are implanted into the inferior vena cava vein to prevent blood clots from traveling into the lungs, causing pulmonary embolisms. Unfortunately, these filters can fracture, move throughout the body, pierce blood vessels and organs, tilt, or become irretrievable. These failures can result in a number of serious injuries, including internal bleeding, organ damage, infection, and even death. If you were implanted with an IVC filter and were injured, you may be owed compensation from the manufacturer. Call the Reliant Group right now to be connected to an experienced attorney for a free consultation. You don't owe us a penny unless we're successful.
Call the Reliant Group right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation for your pain and suffering.
Do not delay. There are time deadlines to file a claim. If you or a loved one has been implanted with an IVC filter and the device failed, call the Reliant Group today at 800-230-7515. That's 800-230-7515.
And, Coach, that's why the Central Rebels are 7-0. Very explosive there. They'll roll you to death with a few runs and then get that screen pass and get some blockers out in front. And he had lots of running room there and took it 51 yards to the house. And the Rebels lead 7-0. Justin Bridges tees it up at his own 40. 2 men back for the Bearcats. Bridges steps into a line drive kick. Bounces at the 30. Scooped up at the 15. Across the 20. Sidesteps a man at the 23 and taken down there. Good coverage by the Central Rebels. Number 57. That's Aaron Dooley on the tackle. And the Dexter Bearcats will try it again here. Trailing 7-0. 7:32 to go, first quarter.
1st and 10 for the Black Cats. Bearcats at the 24-yard line.
No huddle once again for the Bearcats. 2 wide receivers to the far side. A kind of a pistol formation there. Shotgun. Hand off to the tailback straight ahead. Pushes the entire pile to the 25-yard line. A short gain of 1 for Caleb Huggard. A gain of 1. Second down, they give him 2. They're going to give him out to the 37-yard line. So second down and 8 for Dexter. Same formation. Fake the handoff, rolls to the far side, throws across to the far side at the 34-yard line, drops the football.
I think he heard footsteps.
Nick Trout, the intended receiver over there, he couldn't handle that one. Would have been close. Would have been close to a first down for Dexter. It's a good pass, rolled out away from the pressure. Ben Schindel, shotgun once again, straight back to pass. Looks for the screen. Now he checks off of that and throws to the far sideline at the 40-yard line. Looks like the route. The quarterbacks thought one route and the receiver thought another route, and he overthrew him by 5 yards there. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 9 for the Dexter Bearcats, and they're going to be forced to punt once again.
What just happened? 77 punting. There was an incomplete pass. 77 punting.
Spencer Owens, 2 men back for the Central Rebels at the 35-yard line. A good snap. Owens gets off a good high kick. They're going to fair catch it at the 42-yard line. Central will have it there. 1st and 10 at their own 42. Dawson Day. And here comes Central once again. They lead 7-0 early in this one. 6:45 to go in the first quarter.
I'll tell you what, the best way to keep Central out of that end zone is to keep your offense on the field. And Dexter's kind of struggled with that here early.
Got 1 first down, the first set of downs, and a 3 and out on that one. More seniors for you. Holden Mayberry, number 70. Ethan Weiss, number 66. And number 60, Dylan Wells. Also Aaron Dooley, number 57. Handoff straight ahead to the tailback. Gets across the line of scrimmage at the 43-yard line. Maybe a short gain of 1 before he's thrown backwards there. A good tackle. Gabe Jackson on the tackle. They'll give him 2 to the 45-yard line. And the Central Rebels break the huddle. They'll go 3 wide receivers to the right side. Dawson Day, Jake Casey. I formation. Handoff straight ahead to the tailback across the 50-yard line. Tripped up at the 48-yard line. Close to a first down. Going to be 1 yard short. Good blocking up front through the Central Rebels there. A gain of 8. Featherstone on the tackle. And a 3rd down and 1 for the Central Rebels. 1 wide receiver comes to the near side. Tanner Smith. Now he'll sprint to the far sideline, try to get set. Shotgun formation for Central. Give the handoff straight ahead to the fullback. Hit immediately. Good defense by the Dexter Bearcats that time. They were in the backfield of Central Rebels before they ever handed off the football.
Yeah, there was a little bit of confusion on that play from the get-go.
Now Central hurry up as they'll come to the line of scrimmage quickly as Jace Bland trying to get everybody set. I formation in the backfield. Dexter jumps. And perfect job by Jace Bland. He rushed everybody to the line of scrimmage and took his time. And Dexter jumps off sides. That'll cost him 5 and a first down.
You know, when you're a coach, you try to be pretty tolerant of things, but whenever you got a defensive tackle that's right there over the top of the ball, there's really no excuse for that.
He's got to watch the football. He doesn't listen to anything. He watches the football, right?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
First down and 10 for the Central Rebels. Ball at the Dexter Bearcat 45-yard line. Now we'll go trips to the near side. One wide receiver to the right side, shotgun formation. Hands off to the tailback, straight ahead, makes a tackle at the 40, still on his feet, inside the 35, still on his feet, tripped up finally at the 33-yard line. Tyrese Welch refused to go down there, broke 2 tackles at the line of scrimmage, spun away from a man, gets all the way down inside the 35-yard line to the 34, and another first down for the Central Rebels. Trips to the right, one man in the backfield with Bland. Back to pass. Now the screen pass straight up the middle. Break, good block there at the 30. Still on his feet to the 10, sidesteps a man and into the end zone he goes. Tyrese Welch. And no flag on the near sideline there. It looked like a block in the back here on the near sideline, but it was on the Central Rebel sideline and no call. And the touchdown is good. They'll give him 34 yards and the touchdown on the screen pass to Tyrese Welch. And Bridges will attempt the extra point here. Snap back. Ball is down and chip shot is up and good. Bridges makes it 14-0. 4:12 to go, first quarter. All Central so far. 14-0 your score, and we'll be back in 30 seconds.
I'm your spokesperson. This is an important message for anyone who took the prescription drug Xarelto or Pradaxa and had a serious bleeding event. If you or a loved one took Xarelto or Pradaxa and suffered from a serious bleeding event,
Call 800-219-2513 immediately.
Xarelto and Pradaxa have been linked to serious internal bleeding, stroke, and death.
Call 800-219-2513 immediately.
You may be entitled to compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
14-0 your score here at Central. Central Rebels lead this one over to the Dexter Bearcats, coach, twice in a row, 2 screens. So load the wide receivers up to the near side, throw the screen to the same side. Lots of blockers out there. Broke 1 tackle and into the end zone he went. Good kick back to the 5-yard line across the 10, 15, 20. Turns sideways, tries to go forward now. Gets out to about the 22-yard line. And the Dexter Bearcats will have it there. 1st and 10 at their own 22. They trail this one 14-0. Trevor McDonald on the return. Side bottom on the tackles. Spotted at the 23-yard line of the Dexter Bearcats here. They rush to the line of scrimmage, 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Put a man in motion, hand off to the jet sweep to the near side, turns the corner, gets across the 25-yard line, and a hard hit there. Evan Sidebottom kind of sideswiped him there.
Yeah, he kind of lit him up there.
25-yard line. That was a big hit. Able to hang on to the football, though. A good play by the wide receiver there on the jet sweep to the near side. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right and 2 to the left. Hand off to the tailback. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. He may fall forward to the 30, but certainly no more. A host of Central Rebels there in on the tackle. We've called Sidebottom's name several times already tonight. He's been in on a lot of plays, and he's making a difference here on this Central Rebel defense. 3rd down and 4 for the Dexter Bearcats. 1 wide receiver to the near side. They go trips to the 4 side. Shotgun formation, straight back to pass. Looks down the field and overthrows his intended receiver at the 45-yard line. And Nick Trout and the quarterback, Schindel, have not been on the same page yet. That's several times he's overthrown Trout, and I'm not sure if they're running the same pattern.
Well, you know, on that particular play right there, they had the matchup they wanted. Their wide receiver had a definite height advantage to the Central defensive back. And, you know, he just got to do a better job with the pitch and catch.
Put that thing on a string there. Quick change for the Central Rebels now. 2 men back for them. Dawson Day stands back at his own 30. A good kick by the Bearcats, taken at the 32-yard line. across the 35, tries to get to the outside, turns the corner, now goes back inside, hit from behind, taken down at the 34-yard line. And the Rebels will have it 1st and 10. Tanner Smith on the return. 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard line for the Central Rebels. 2:37 to go, first quarter. All Central so far. They lead this one 14-0. And they'll go back on offense. Some more seniors for you. Number 57, Aaron Dooley. 52, Ryan Probst. Jake Glenn, number 38. Number 36 is Tice Huck. Tanner Smith, number 30. And Tristan Campbell, number 12. Big loss for the Rebels before the season ever got started with Tristan Campbell. They had big, high hopes for him. Was a flag on that play, I guess. And they'll march it back to the 34-yard line. Let's see what the referee, see what the signal is here. No signal from the referee. Did you get a look at that?
I didn't see anything.
Well, they march him back inside the 35 to the 34, and now handoff to the tailback straight ahead from Bland. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. They'll get back to the original line of scrimmage and no more. Tyrese Welch on the carry. No gain. Bring up a 2nd down. 2nd down and 9 for the Rebels.
Gain of 1 on the play, 2nd and 9.
Got some places that our Froggy crew is going to be this weekend. Dustin Cup, Fred Dockins Sr., Brad Dockins all going to be out tomorrow. Handoff to the
little misdirection there.
Yeah, it was a little misdirection play there, but Dexter read it very well and was in the backfield as he tried to go to the far sideline. Couldn't turn the corner. A loss of 2, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 for the Central Rebels. Jace Bland looks over the defense now, puts a man in motion as he steps under center. That's number 12, Tyrese Welch. He'll line up as a wide receiver to the far side now. They're set. Fake the handoff, back to pass. Pressured from behind, and he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Nowhere to go for Chase Bland. Good coverage by the Dexter Bearcats. They sack him all the way back at the 28-yard line. And the first time the Central Rebels will have to punt it away here. Pretty good defense that time by the Bearcats.
Good series by Dexter that time.
Lots of pressure. Chase Bland on the play action there was looking down the field. Nobody there. Good pass rush by the Dexter Bearcat defense and force a 4th down and 15 for the Central Rebels. 1:10 to go, first quarter. 14-0 your score. Central prepares to punt it away here from their own 15-yard line. 11, a little confusion as Chase Bland wasn't sure if he was supposed to be in a lineup or now, so Corey Swice was forced to call a timeout there.
He's not happy about it either.
58 seconds to go, first quarter. We'll take a break and come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? Replacing your supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical as bacteria will build up and worn-out straps cause leaks. Call Allied Medical Supply Network and speak to an expert agent who will set up a schedule for your supplies to be delivered right to your door at little or no cost to you. Call Allied Medical Supply Network today and rest easy.
Call 800-591-7186. That's 800-591-7186.
And back to live action. Central punts it away from their own 20-yard line. Dexter Bearcat, number 12, let that thing bounce and then decided to take it on a bounce about the time the Rebel defense showed up, and he took a pretty good lick there at the 32-yard line, 31-yard line.
Holy cow, he must have a death wish.
Sometimes you tell him just to get away and let that thing bounce. Here come the Bearcats. Good stop by the Bearcat defense. Let's see if they can carry that over to the offense. 2 wide receivers now trips to the near side, 1 wide receiver to the far side. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Throws to the near side, number 35, catch at the 35 out across the 38-yard line. They'll give him the 40-yard line. And close to a first down for that's Gabe Jackson on the catch. No huddle offense for the Bearcats once again. They'll send trips to the far side this time.
Well, I tell you what, if you can get Jackson in that defensive backfield with the football, man, that's a man among boys.
Yeah. That kid that just caught the ball, number 35, Jackson, he's a big boy too. Shotgun formation, 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Hand off to the tailback, sidesteps a man at the 40, jumps out across the 45, tripped up at the 47-yard line. Plenty enough for a first down, and Dexter on the move here. 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line. 8 seconds to go in the first quarter.
Looks like that could be a big loss for Park Hills. Looks like Sidebottom got up limping on that play.
We've called his name several times here in the first quarter. That would be a big loss for them. Clock continues to run, and that's going to do it for the first quarter. No, so far in the first quarter, 14-0 Rebels. We'll be back with the second quarter right after this.
If you are age 80 or younger, call the number on your screen to learn more about the FX plan from Final Life. Average funerals can exceed costs of over $7,000. Social Security only pays $255, leaving your family and loved ones to pay off your debt. The FX plan will pay up to $25,000 for funeral and other final expenses. There is no medical exam, and with lifetime coverage, you'll have the peace of mind that your family will not have to carry a financial burden. Your rates will never increase, benefits never decrease, and your plan cannot be canceled. To receive free information about the FX plan and its benefits, call the number on your screen. Signing up for peace of mind is easy, and acceptance can be had in as little as 24 hours. Operators are standing by to make your final expenses stress-free for you and your family. Also receive information about a free prescription discount card by calling now. There's no obligation.
And welcome back to high school football on Frogan 96, 95.9 FM, all Central Rebels here in the first quarter. 2 screen passes, one for 51, one for 34, and the Central Rebels lead 14-0 after one quarter. Dexter on the move has the ball at their own 47-yard line as we get set to go here second quarter. Evan Sidebottom definitely had a limp there. He went back into the huddle for the defense, but a definite limp there. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback in the shotgun. Hands off to the tailback. Breaks a tackle to line of scrimmage. Another tackle across midfield down inside the 45-yard line down to the 43. Good run by the tailback there. Just holds on to that football and ducks his head.
Just patient, getting in behind his blockers and tucking the ball away.
That's a big offensive line for Dexter. And if they can do their assignments there and give him some open room, he gets into the secondary. Those secondary guys don't want no part of somebody that big. 2 wide receivers come to the near side, 1 to the far side. That's Trout, the wide receiver on the far side. 1 man in the backfield with the quarterback, straight back to pass. Throws across the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. That's Trout at the 39-yard line. And it'll bring up a second down and 10 for Dexter. Dangerous play there. He threw that ball right across the middle, and there was 3 Central Rebels there.
He was just blanketed by the red defense with jerseys of Central on that play.
Ernesto Rivera, Gabe Jackson, and number 26, 3 to the right. Straight back to pass. Looks, throws to the near side. Caught by number 35 across the 35 down inside the 31-yard line. And caught Gabe Jackson. Takes it all the way down to the 31-yard line. The tight end, big tight end. Nice catch there as the ball was a little high. He went up and got it and still got enough for a first down. Dexter on the move here. 1st and 10, just underway second quarter. 11:17 to go in the second quarter. Trips once again to the near side. 1 wide receiver to the far side. Shotgun formation once again for Shindo. Hands off on the jet sweep to the far side. Tries to get to the outside. Great defense by the Central Rebels there. They stretch that line of scrimmage and taken down at the, see, they'll give him forward progress to the 34-yard line. He's actually taken down all the way back at 38. Great job by Central to extend that line of scrimmage and wait for help and nowhere to go.
I'll tell you, the way this defense flies around, you want to get north and south just as quick as you possibly can. If you try going east and west, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Trevor McDonald on the carry. And second down for the Bearcats. Hand off to the tailback straight ahead. Gets across the 35. Gets down to give him about the 32-yard line. Caleb Hargard on the carry. Taken down at the 31-yard line. So it'll bring up a third down and 10 for the Dexter Bearcats. It's a pretty important third down for them. They've been moving the football pretty well. They need to convert here and keep this drive alive. 2 to the right and 2 to the left. One man in the backfield for Schindel. Jet sweep, fake, back to pass. Looks across the middle. Throws into heavy coverage there. And knocked down by the defender, Will Hopkins. So it'll bring up 4th down and 9 for Dexter. Kind of forced that one.
It almost looks like he's trying to throw timing routes. And he's going to cut it loose whether they're there or not.
Yeah, sometimes you got to use a little better judgment there. You're throwing into double coverage. The Central Rebel teams are very good at picking the football off, and they're just biding their time, and they'll get one. 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Shotgun formation, straight back to pass. Screen pass, and there it is, across the middle to the 35. Intercepted across the 40. One man to beat across midfield, still on his feet to the 40, to the 30, to the 20. Another man broke a tackle at the 10. 5, touchdown, Central Rebels. 70 yards. 70 yards on the pick. And you could see it coming. He kept throwing into double coverage there, and you knew it was going to happen eventually.
Well, I almost said in a situation like that, if you can't get the ball in the end zone, if you throw a pick, it's almost as good as a punt, but you have to make a tackle in order for that to hold true.
You get those linebackers get their hands on the football, and they get a few blockers out in front of them. A simple arm tackle by one of the wideouts is not going to cut it, and he stumbled all the way to the end zone for 70 yards and the touchdown. Justin Bridges will attempt the extra point here. Jake Casey to hold. 9:31 and whistles come in here. Chip shots up and good, but whistles on the play. Mayberry on the interception and the pick 6. And the line judge calls this play dead here. It'll be.
Unfortunately, we got to go for it again.
The whistle was before the play, so they'll have to re-kick this. Central thinks it's going to be march off on the kickoff, but it's not. So they blew the play. It'll be encroachment against Dexter. They'll have to kick it again. And now they move the ball inside the.
Central will go for 2 now.
Yeah, now they move it to the 1.5-yard line, so Central will go for 2 here. 20-0 your score. 9:31 to go, second quarter. As the Rebels will go 4-2. Handoff straight ahead, and a 2-point conversion good. That was Will Hopkins, I believe, on the carry for the 2-point conversion. 22-0 your score, and we'll come back with more high school football in 30 seconds on Froggy 96.
Attention pain sufferers, if you have back, knee, foot, wrist, neck, or even joint pain caused by arthritis, then you need to call the number on your screen and talk to Pain Relief Solutions. Our friendly agents will tell you about your options for pain relief. If you have Medicare or private insurance, we have programs that may cover the supplies you need to get pain relief at little or no cost to you. Call right now so you can get your pain relief solutions fast. We're available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help you with your pain relief needs.
Holden Mayberry picked off the interception at the 30-yard line, took it back for a 70-yard touchdown, and 22-0 now is your score. Central Rebels over the Dexter Bearcats. You could see that coming as he was forcing that football into double coverage there, and Holden Mayberry read him well, stepped up and picked that one off. Bridges at the 15, across the 20, 25, across the 30. Breaks a tackle, hit at the 30-yard line hard by number 39. Jake Glenn on the hit there at the 30-yard line. Pretty good hit there. Caught him off guard.
Big time hit. They don't call that the Suicide Squad for nothing.
Sidestepped a man at 25. It looked like he had a little running room. Jake Glenn come out of nowhere and met him at the 30-yard line, and he went no further. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats. They trail 22-0 here midway through the second quarter. And we'll go shotgun formation, handoff straight ahead, pounded forward across the 34-yard line, tripped up there. They'll give him forward progress to the 34, a gain of 4 for the Bearcats.
I'll tell you one thing about it. Those Dexter running backs, they hit the line of scrimmage hard.
Caleb Hoggard on the carry. Give him 4, 2nd down and 6 for the Bearcats. 1 wide receiver to the right, 1 to the left, 2 in the backfield for the quarterback, Hindle. Breaks a tackle, hands off to the tailback. Gets to the 40-yard line, pushed back from there by the Central Rebels. He'll be close to a 1st down there. They'll give him forward progress across the 40-yard line. Should be enough for a 1st down. Let's see where they spot it. Caleb Hoggard and Trevor McDonald in that backfield, 2 big guys. Now McDonald checks out, and number 31, Corbin Strong, checks into the game. 2 wide receivers to the near side. And it looks like Dexter may have jumped. It'll be procedure against the Dexter Bearcats. Number 35, Gabe Jackson. Once again, lineman not looking at that football, jumping early. Cost them 5. They'll move them back outside the 40 to the 36-yard line. So it'll be a 1st down and 15 for Dexter. Same set, 2 wide receivers to the near side. 2 men in the backfield for Hindle. Hands off straight ahead, hits the line of scrimmage hard across the 40-yard line. Gets back to the original line of scrimmage, maybe to the 42. So it's going to bring up a 2nd down and 10 as they gain 5 on the play. 2nd down and 10 for the Bearcats. Hoggard on the carry. Now Trout goes wide receiver to the far side. 1 man comes to the near side. That is Ernesto Rivera. Bo McMillan in the backfield. Handoff straight ahead. Ducks his head inside the 42, tripped up and falls forward to the 45, and a flag comes in at the end of that one. He'll gain 4, but let's see what the flag is about.
Face mask.
Be a face mask against the Central Rebels here, so they'll march that off. And the Dexter Bearcats will get inside Rebel territory. It'll be a 5-yard face mask penalty. And they'll spot it at the 49-yard line of the Central Rebels. Bearcats offensive line giving them a little room to run, and they're hitting the line of scrimmage pretty hard. 1 wide receiver to the right and 1 to the left. Shotgun formation once again for Hindle. Hands off the right side. Number 31 breaks a tackle at the line of scrimmage, gets down to about the 46. They'll give him forward progress to the 45 and enough for a 1st down. Corbin Strong on the carry. And a 1st down, moved the chains, and Dexter's been able to move the ball on the ground. Just got to avoid those turnovers.
Avoid those turnovers and avoid those silly penalties.
22-0. 1 to the right and 1 to the left. Handoff straight ahead to the tailback once again. Breaks a tackle to the line of scrimmage, gets down inside the 40. Tripped up finally at the 36-yard line. And it'll be a gain of 9. It looks like a 2nd down and 1 for the Dexter Bearcats.
You know, and that right there is a big deal for Park Hills, is they're able to do those wholesale subbing on the defensive line to be able to keep those big boys up front fresh.
Bo McMullen checks back into the game, along with Corbin Strong. Shotgun formation again. One wide receiver, that's Trout, to the near side. One to the far side. Set, now we go. Hand off to the tailback once again. Breaks a tackle to the line of scrimmage. Gets inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. Corbin Strong once again on the carry. They're mixing it up pretty well.
Yeah, and you can watch him as he approaches the line of scrimmage. Instead of his feet slowing down when he makes contact, they speed up, and that's what's been the big factor for him running the football tonight.
Drive those legs. He'll check out of the game. That side bottom. And it looks like Evan Sidebottom will check out of this football game, and he's been limping since the end of the first quarter here, and he's upset. He does not want to come out of the football game. Not sure of the situation just yet, but first down and 10 for the Dexter Bearcats. One wide receiver to the right and one to the left. I formation, handoff to the tailback, straight ahead. Ducks his head, tripped up at the 30-yard line for a short gain. He may get 2. Huggard on the carry.
That's been the shortest gain on the ground this entire drive.
Bo McMullen checks back into the game. We'll check and see if we can get a report on Evan Sidebottom there. He was limping pretty good at the end of the first quarter, but he went back in. One wide receiver to the right, one to the left. Shotgun formation, handoff to the tailback, bounces to the outside, near side, breaks the tackle to 25, tripped up down at the 21-yard line. Caleb Huggard on the carry once again. Close to a first down yardage, and he will have it. So Dexter on the move. They finally bounced one out to the outside there. And Huggard, good yardage there, gain of 11 for a first down for the Bearcats. Do nothing fancy here. It's working. Just keep pounding. Try to get back in this thing. One wide receiver way to the right. Hand off to the tailback once again. Sidesteps a man inside. Gets inside the 20-yard line down to about the 16-yard line. Riding the Huggard train right now. A gain of 5 for Huggard. Second down and 5 for the Bearcats.
I wouldn't change anything.
Hang on to that football.
Sometimes we as coaches outsmart ourselves sometimes. And
absolutely. Ernesto Rivera, the wide receiver to the right. Trout to the near side. Back to pass. Throws across the middle. Caught at the 10-yard line. Breaks a tackle. Tripped up at the 9. They'll give him forward progress. They'll say he was down at the 11-yard line. So a short gain for the Bearcats here. And just when you say don't change anything, they throw a little pass across the middle there. It was 4 positive yardage, so we'll bring up a second down. Not sure where the chain gang kind of looks like we're going to have a measurement here. Official timeout on the play.
You got to understand, though, I'm one of those guys that doesn't like to throw the football. But there's about 3 things that can happen when you throw the ball, and 2 of them are bad.
2 of them are bad, absolutely. Very close here. No signal as of yet. First down, Dexter.
First and 10 for the Bearcats.
Looks like they'll spot it at the 12-yard line, so it'll be first and 10 at the 12 for the Bearcats.
It's actually on the 11.
I guess you feel like as a coach you got to mix it up once in a while,
yeah.
But when it's working, keep pounding the football. So far, Central has not had an answer for the running game. But when they put it in the air, they can figure out how to intercept it. One to the right and one to the left. Handoff, tailback straight ahead. Still on his feet inside the 10, down to about the 8. Spins forward to the check it. That's the 10-yard line. I thought he was inside the 10. We're going to spot it at the 10, so a gain of 1 for Sidebottom, who checked back into the football game here. And that's good news. 4:15 to go, second quarter. Dexter no huddle once again. Trout comes to the far side. Ernesto Rivera to the near side. And Bo McMullen in the backfield. Handoff straight ahead. Dives forward to about the 6-yard line. That's number 31. Corbin Strong on the carry. Gain of 5 for Strong. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Bearcats. It's an important 3rd down right here.
Very important 3rd down.
3rd and 5 from the 7. Same formation. Same play. Straight up the middle. Breaks the tackle. Ducks his head to the end zone. Touchdown, Dexter. 7-yard touchdown run for the Bearcats, and they get on the board. 3:25 to go in the 2nd quarter, and they've made a game of this thing. 22-6 is your score. And let's see if they go for the 2-pointer one. Looks like they will go for 2. Pretty impressive run there, Coach. Drive there, Coach.
Yeah, and they needed to get the ball in the end zone there so they have something to build on coming out in the second half, because a big part of the second half is they got to kick that ball to Park Hills.
2-point conversion, pass thrown and caught in the end zone for the 2-point conversion. Jeff Featherston on the catch, and 2-point conversion good. 3:25 to go, 2nd quarter, 22-8 your score, and we'll come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
Do you worry about going to the dentist? After all, a visit to the dentist can easily cost $2,000 or more. Well, relax. The Carefree Dental Card is now available in your area. Call now and we'll send your actual card at no cost today. With the Carefree Dental Card, you go to the dentist whenever you need and you instantly pay a lot less. Activate your card and you can start using it immediately. From exams and cleanings to more expensive procedures like crowns, dentures, even braces, they're all included with the Carefree Dental Card. Say you go to the dentist today without any card and your bill is, well, ouch. Wait a minute, let's try that again. You go to the dentist today and show your Carefree Dental Card, you save $525. The Carefree Dental Card is just $15.95 a month, and everyone in your household can use the same card.
To get your free dental card information kit, call the number on your screen now and find out about the free vision and pharmacy coverage.
And back to live action now. Dexter kicks the ball off at their own 40-yard line here, and he kicked it straight out of bounds at the Rebel 40-yard line. So the flag will come in. They'll march it back to the 35-yard line.
I thought I was the only one that did that.
And we'll try it again.
Made him re-kick.
Central backs him up 5, and they'll make him re-kick it. Now the kicker, a pooch kick, this time to the 45-yard line, taken by one of the up men from the Central Rebels down immediately at the 45-yard line. Central will have it there 1st and 10 at their own 45-yard line. And I think the way this Central Rebel team moves the football, I drive them back as far as I can and hope my defense can hold on, because you give them good field position at the 45-yard line, you just shorten the field and make it easier for them to move the football.
That's exactly right, and they haven't had any trouble this far. One series moving the ball.
Ben Sindel that time, pretty good drive executed by the quarterback there for Dexter to get him back into this one. 22-8 your score. Central Rebels lead on senior night here in Park Hills. 2 wide receivers to the near side. I formation behind the quarterback. Now he rolls to the near side. Screen pass to the near side at midfield across a 45-40. Tripped up down inside the 40-yard line down to the 35. Perfectly executed there for Tyrese Welch. Strong on the tackle finally at the 35-yard line. Nice screen pass there. Get your big man out in front of you and big yardage.
Yeah, just a little roll out there by the quarterback. Hit the tight end in stride, and he was off.
One play, 20 yards already, so taking it in big chunks. So that's another reason why you kick the ball deep, in my opinion. 3 wide receivers to the near side. I formation behind Jace Bland looks over the defense. Play clock runs inside 3. Finally gets it off. Hands off straight ahead. Hang on to him by the Dexter Bearcats. Drags him in. Simmons carries it inside the 30 down to the 28. And you see the offensive lineman out there in front of the whole play. It was 10 yards down the field ahead of everyone.
The secondary. That's what you like to see. Just keep working yourself up to the next level.
2nd down and 4 for the Rebels. Trips to the left. I formation behind Bland. Now he goes under center. Fakes the handoff. Going to keep it straight ahead to the 25-yard line. Tripped up there. Taken down by the Dexter Bearcats. Very close to a first down.
I'm pretty sure that was a busted play. He opened to hand the ball off, and there was no one home.
He went to hand it off to his right side. Both backs went to the left side, and he's like, whoops, I'm on my own here.
But when you're as big as Bland, that's no big problem.
He is a big boy. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Shotgun formation for Bland, back to pass, fakes, looks down the field, still looking, gets pressured, throws across the middle and caught at the 15-yard line, taken down immediately. Will Hopkins. Hopkins came back to the ball and sat down at the 15-yard line, or 20-yard line, just waited for the football. Bland able to get it to him, threw a bullet to him, and an injury timeout on the play here. 1:34 to go, second quarter, 22-8 your score. Injury timeout, and we'll be back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
If you or a loved one has mesothelioma or any other asbestos-related cancer, call now. Asbestos manufacturers sold deadly asbestos materials to thousands of companies, putting workers at risk. An estimated $30 billion in court-ordered trusts have been set aside to pay out claims to asbestos victims. You may be entitled to a portion of these funds and receive compensation without filing a lawsuit or ever going to court.
For your free legal consultation, call 1-800-217-1205 now. That's 1-800-217-1205. I'm a non-attorney spokesperson.
And welcome back to high school football, Froggy 96, 95.9 FM. Try to run down some scores for you here. Getting a couple updates here. We'll check on the Jackson lead DeSmet, 28-14, 6:42 to go in the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Rebels, coming out of the injury timeout here. Looks like St. Genevieve trails DeSoto 14-6. Festus and St. Francis Borgia no score, and Windsor and Perryville no score that game in the second quarter. North County leads Potosi 24-3. And
Windsor and Perryville play tomorrow, Dave.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's why it's 0-0. And so does Farmington and Clayton. Jakes Bland goes under center. Handoff straight ahead. Breaks the tackle to the line of scrimmage. Gets down inside to about the 9-yard line. Smith on the carry, tripped him up at the 9, and it'll bring up a second down and 4 for the Rebels. They find a lot of ways to move the football. A lot of great athletes out there. Tight formation,
Maryland
no wide receiver. Maryland I straight ahead to the 10, breaks a tackle at the 5, tripped up at the 2-yard line, and now they're going to say no. Central says touchdown, but no, now they spot it at the 1-yard line here, waiting on the referee to reset the play clock. And they got down to the 1, so it'll be 1st and goal for Central at the 1-yard line. Maryland I once again, hand up to the up man, straight ahead, makes it look easy. Touchdown, Central Rebels. 37 seconds to go, second quarter. Rebels get on the board once again. They lead 28-8 on the Maryland I touchdown, and made it look easy, Coach.
Made it look real easy.
Not so sure I'd be giving these guys short field position. And that time they did at the 45. And side bottom took it in for the touchdown, and Bridges will attempt the extra point. Jake Casey to hold. Good snap. Bridges chip shot up and good. 37 seconds to go. 29-8 your score, and we'll come back with more high school football. Froggy 96.
I stole from my family, my friends, loved ones, everybody, and I ended up screwing them over.
If this sounds like you or someone you love, then it's time to call the Addiction Recovery Network. The Addiction Recovery Network ensures that everyone who calls receives the right treatment for anyone needing treatment for alcohol abuse, drug addiction, or dependence on prescription medications. Plus, ARN can tell you if your insurance will cover your treatment.
The people at ARN have the solution for you.
I called. Make the free call now.
And Bridges has it teed up at his own 40. Gets a line drive kick, picked up at the 10, 15, across the 20. Waits on a block outside the 25 and tripped up finally at the 29-yard line. They'll give him the 30. And 1st down and 10 for the Dexter Bearcats. 30 seconds to go in this second quarter here. So far, all Central Rebels. 29-8 is your score. Dexter did put one drive together there, Coach. The old ground and pound, threw the ball I think twice in that whole series, and able to get on the board and 2-point conversion was good. But give Central the short field on the kickoff, and it didn't take them long to get back in the end zone.
No, it didn't at all.
Dexter has it 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line. Let's see what they want to do here with 29 seconds to go on the clock. Hand off to the tailback, straight ahead. Tripped up immediately. And the clock runs inside of 20 seconds now, and I believe they're content just to let this one run out. We'll see. And they will, in no hurry, and will not come to the line of scrimmage with 10 seconds to go. And that's going to do it for the first quarter, for the first half. I mean, we'll take a break, check on some scores from you from around the area, wrap up this first half, and come back with more of the Kohl's Tractor and Equipment Halftime Show on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
Attention, if you've bought life insurance to cover your funeral expenses, you could be losing hundreds of dollars a year on an overpriced policy. Call the number on your screen now to learn how to lower your monthly premiums with the Affordable Life Plan from Senior Life Insurance Company. Also, let us help you get cash back from your current overpriced policy. The Affordable Life Plan guarantees your rates cannot increase, your benefit will never decrease, and there is no medical exam, and you'll have lifetime coverage. The Affordable Life Plan was created for fixed incomes. We have rates that fit your budget. The call and information are free. By calling now, you'll lock in the lowest rate possible and receive these free magnetic reading glasses. Stop overpaying for your current policy. Learn how to get some of that money back and possibly save hundreds with the Affordable Life Plan.
Call 1-800-573-5392 now for your free information and free gift. You have no obligation. Operators are standing by. Call now.
Attention! Are you stuck in student loan debt? If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans and are having trouble making the payments, call now for a special free offer. Student Services wants to give you free information on how to possibly cut your student loan payment in half, or in some cases, have your student loan completely wiped clean. Just imagine your life with no more student loan payments. If you're late or even in default on your student loan payments, call now for a special free offer. The call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation. Just real relief from the financial burden of student loans. Student Services can help stop tax garnishments and release cosigners, and has helped many people struggling with their student loan payments. Call now to discover the secrets to possibly having your student loans completely written off. Student loan debt relief is one free phone call away. Don't waste another day struggling in student loan debt. Call now for student loan debt relief.
This is important news for men who have taken Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then suffered from the skin cancer melanoma. According to a new study, the use of Viagra and other ED drugs may increase the risk of men developing a serious form of skin cancer known as melanoma. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by. This is important news for women diagnosed with ovarian cancer. Talcum powder may have caused your ovarian cancer. According to many studies, long-term use of talcum powder in products such as baby powder or shower-to-shower for feminine hygiene is linked directly to ovarian cancer. If you have been diagnosed with ovarian cancer, or if a loved one died from ovarian cancer after using baby powder or shower-to-shower products containing talcum powder, you may have a right to a cash award and medical expenses. According to testimony in court, a leading baby powder company knew decades ago about the link between their baby powder and ovarian cancer, but failed to warn women of the danger. If you are an ovarian cancer victim, or if a loved one died from ovarian cancer after using talcum powder, call the law offices of Davis & Crump at the number below right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
Stop living with hair loss, that is. Losing your hair is no fun and no one wants to be bald, but there is hope.
Getting my hair back was the best thing that ever happened to me.
I'm happy with the way I look now.
I'm very excited about my hair.
I feel beautiful.
I love my hair.
Hair Club offers all proven hair loss solutions backed by our commitment to satisfaction guarantee. If you're not 100% satisfied with the solution you choose, Hair Club will apply the purchase price to another proven hair loss solution or transplant more hair at no charge.
And it was the best thing I've ever done.
It looks good on me.
Call in the next 5 minutes to get your free brochure at no obligation. It will tell you everything you need to know about your hair loss problem, and it's free if you call now.
I am more pleased than what I had even imagined.
I at least look, I would say, 5 years younger.
I'm 52, and I look better now than I did when I was in my 40s.
I feel great.
And that's not all. The first 100 people who call will also receive $250 off any hair loss solution from Hair Club. Call now.
As we go along here, set to go as the Dexter Bearcats kick a line drive kick over the head of the Central Rebel player in and out of the back of the end zone for the touchback. And the Central Rebels will have it 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line here, just underway. Third quarter. Farmington Building Supply, Craig's Roofing, Patriot Ready Mix, Sparks Motors, A Western Photography, Ward's Farm Center, First State Community Bank, and Charlie's Mowing. All great sponsors of high school football here on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM. We really appreciate those. Cole's Tractor and Equipment, a big thank you to them for their halftime show each and every week as we bring you high school football here on the Dockins Broadcast Group. Don't forget you can watch this game in its entirety. The boys are here. Spencer Hovis, Matt Dockins with the KDKZ 18 crew filming the game, and we'll play it back on our television station, KDKZ 18, on Sunday at noon. Here come the Rebels, one to the right and one to the left. Chase Bland looks over the defense. I formation behind him. He's still looking. 5 seconds to go on the play clock. Now he's set to go, puts a man in motion. Hands off to the tailback, gets to the outside, bounces back inside across the 24-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 25, a gain of 5. Tyrese Welch on the carry. Gain of 5, 2nd down and 5 for the Rebels.
I'll tell you, that's big for Dexter right now. Is, you know, they put the ball in the end zone and force the Rebels to have to go 80 yards this time instead of getting short field position.
They spread them wide to the right side, one to the left side. Now they put a man in motion out of the backfield. Pitch to him off the right side, gets across the line of scrimmage, out across the 25 to the 27-yard line. A short gain for the Rebels. Number 30, Tanner Smith on the carry for a short gain to bring up a 3rd down and 2 for the Rebels. This would be a big stop for the Bearcats if they could get a 3 and out here by the Rebels. Let's see what happens. 3rd down and 3 for the Rebels. I formation, Maryland formation actually again, drives straight ahead. Tripped up at the 30-yard line and falls forward all the way to the 33-yard line. And it looks like, yes, they'll move the chains. Jackson on the tackle, but not before they got 1st down yardage out to the 33-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Rebels. On that Maryland formation again. You know what that is?
Yeah, the old stack eye.
Stack them up. 2nd man through gets the ball, gets forward progress to about the 35-yard line. So they'll give him 2. Glenn on the carry. Just underway, 3rd quarter, 10-10 to go, 3rd quarter, 29-8 is your score. And they'll go reverse eye, hand up to the 1st man through, tripped up at the 38-yard line, full forward, they'll give him 39, so a gain of 4 for the Rebels. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Rebels. Somewhere along here, you got to figure out a way to stop this run. About the time you do, they'll throw the ball.
That's exactly right.
Stack backfield once again. Hand up to the 1st man through, and
little midline option there.
Tripped up, the quarterback kept it. It looked like he handed it off to the first man through, pulled it back out of his gut, and Bland went straight ahead. Forward progress out to about the 49-yard line, and a first down for Central.
I'll tell you one of the things that I've noticed, David, it's 29-8 score right now, but there's a lot of respect between these two football teams. They've been helping each other off the ground and patting each other on the back, and there's a lot of respect, a lot of sportsmanship out there.
Good to see in today's game. Shotgun formation now. They hand off to the tailback straight ahead, puts his head down, gets inside the 46-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 45. He hit the line of scrimmage pretty hard there. Good run.
It's like number 31 from Dexter might be going off the field with a stinger right now.
Tyrese Welch.
He's kind of dragging his arm.
On the carry once again. We'll check on that. And now they go trips to the far side. Welch and Smith in the backfield for Bland. He goes under center. Fakes the handoff, going to keep it off the left side, breaks the tackle at the 40, spins forward to the 35, still on his feet down to the 31-yard line. And the quarterback, Chase Bland, big run by him.
Big run by a big kid. He is a load to bring down.
He's a big kid for a quarterback. Chase Bland, the senior, running this offense to a T here. Clock continues to run inside, 8:28 to go, third quarter. 29-8 your score here. The Central Rebels lead the Dexter Bearcats. Rebels on the move once again at the 32-yard line. Stacked backfield once again. One wide receiver to each side. Now they put a man in motion. That's Welch. Handoff straight ahead. Nothing doing there as they get to the 30-yard line. Tripped up immediately. Tanner Smith on the carry. Short gain for him, maybe 2. Got some family traveling here this evening, buddy. My kids are coming home from Springfield. They got a wedding and my son's got a Calcutta golf tournament tomorrow. Aiden, my grandson, miss you, buddy. I can't wait to see you. Aiden, Matthew, and Haley and Matt too. Good to see you all. Stacked backfield once again, goes under center is Bland. Straight back to pass, got pressure, throws down the far sideline at the 10, caught at the 5 and tripped up at the 4-yard line. And a great job by Tyrese Welch to break loose there. Chase Bland disguised that pretty well. He tucked that ball in at his hip, faked the handoff there, and just waited patiently and turned around and threw a perfect strike.
And they're going to get a few more yards tacked onto it. Looks like they had a little rough in the passer.
And a late hit on Bland after the play by Dexter, so they'll move that one.
That's not right. That should have been tacked on.
And it looks like maybe they haven't. It's going to be first and goal at the 3, so whether or not what we thought it would be, a quick play by the Rebels, handoff straight ahead, and side bottom on the carry for the touchdown. They went quickly to the line of scrimmage, and as soon as the referee set the play clock in the end zone, side bottom went for the 3-yard touchdown. Make it look easy, Coach. Bridges now will attempt the extra point. 7:15 to go, third quarter. Snap back, chip shot is up, and good. 7:15 to go, 36-8 your score. And we'll come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
Attention! Are you stuck in student loan debt? If you have $10,000 or more in federal student loans and are having trouble making the payments, call now for a special free offer. Student Services wants to give you free information on how to possibly cut your student loan payment in half, or in some cases, have your student loan completely wiped clean. Just imagine your life with no more student loan payments. If you're late or even in default on your student loan payments, call now for a special free offer. The call is free. The information is free, and there's no obligation, just real relief from the financial burden of student loans. Student Services can help stop tax garnishments and release cosigners, and has helped many people struggling with their student loan payments. Call now to discover the secrets to possibly having your student loans completely written off. Student loan debt relief is one free phone call away. Don't waste another day struggling in student loan debt. Call now for student loan debt relief.
And Bridges will tee it up at his own 40-yard line here. Central in the end zone once again. 36-8 your score as Bridges gets set to kick it off to the Bearcats. 1 man at the 20 and a deep kick by Bridges, taken at the 10-yard line. Dropped there, picked up again at the 10, across the 15. Breaks a tackle across the 20. Out to the edge across the 30. Sidesteps a man out to the 33-yard line and finally thrown down there. And a good run back. A good run back for the Dexter Bearcats. And let's see if there's a penalty tacked on the end there because there was a few shoulders thrown there. Trevor McDonald on the return. And let's see what the call's going to be there. Was a little elbow there when they got up, but I'm not, wasn't much, but let's see. Referees get together and we'll decide this one as we got a second. The Froggy Crew will be everywhere tomorrow, Dustin Kopp. Start off with Brad Dockins at the Madison County Fair in Fredericktown at the Azalea Park in Fredericktown. Be a hold against Dexter and a dead ball foul against the Central Rebels here. So see what they're going to do with it here.
Oh, I hate these penalties because they usually mark one off and then they mark it back the other way.
Brad Dockins from 8 to 10 at the Madison County Fair in Fredericktown at the Azalea Park. He'll be there. Madison County Fair goes on all day tomorrow. They'll start off with the livestock breakfast and start immediately with the livestock show, followed by the Grease Pig Contest. We'll get to you. Oh, I know.
Grease Pig Contest.
Grease Pig Contest. It's a lot of fun. You ought to come down and watch that. It's a great time. We put 2 pigs in the arena, and we put about 30 kids in there, and they'll chase them around until they catch them. They'll win armbands to the carnival if they win them. And we have like 4 different classes of kids, and it's a lot of fun to watch. The parents gather around to watch that one. I like it when it rains the night before when we have that one.
Yeah.
After that, the big man, Fred Dockins, will be at the Leadwood Music Festival from 11 to 1. I understand there's going to be some some former Hee-Haw members there. That should be a lot of fun. Dexter, shotgun formation, 1 wide receiver near side, head off to tailback, straight ahead, jumps across the 45-yard line, still on his feet out to the 50-yard line, gets about 5. Caleb Huggard on the carry, and he's carried the ball a bunch tonight and done a pretty good job with it. And last but not least, from 10 to 11, Dustin Kopp will be at the Annapolis Freedom Fest. And he'll be there from 10 to 11. Go see him if you're going to be in the Annapolis area. Shotgun formation for Dexter. Handoff once again, straight ahead to Hoggard. Breaks the tackle to the line of scrimmage. Falls forward for first down yardage to the 44-yard line. Mixing it up pretty well. Dexter Bearcats offense, but just defense just cannot slow down this Central Rebel offense. They've got a lot of weapons, and they use them all.
If you can't stop them on defense, you're definitely going to have to outscore them 2-1 on offense.
We saw that a couple of weeks ago. With,
we did.
With Farmington Jackson, Poplar Bluff and Farmington.
I thought we were going to have to get some help from the stands to add up the score. Goodness gracious.
He had his shoes off up here, and we still couldn't keep it. Dustin's counting on his fingers. We give up after a while. Got a slight delay here. 6:10 to go. Third quarter. Now the clock begins to run again. 36-8 your score. Dexter 1st and 10 at the Rebel 45. Handoff to the tailback straight ahead. Ducks his head, gets inside, and now a little pushing once again here, and both teams pull their players back away. Will Hopkins kind of mixing it up just a little bit. No flag. That good sportsmanship you were talking about.
Yeah, I know. It seems like every time I bring something up, it blows up in my face.
It'll be okay. Better to play on the edge than try to get them to the edge. Shotgun formation for Dexter. 1 to the right and 1 to the left. Fake the handoff. Now back to pass. Throws across the middle and in and out of the hands of the Central Rebel player, Jake Casey. Just about a pick six there. Stepped right in front of that one.
Well, it's dangerous every time he goes to throw the football.
Well, he's not looking off at all. He's looking at that primary receiver, and that's the only man he looks at. When you've got good D-backs like the Rebels have, they're watching the eyes of that quarterback, and they're looking for picks. And it brings up a 3rd down and 10 for the Dexter Bearcats. Ben Sindel in the shotgun. Straight back to pass. Looks, throws across the middle. Caught at the 35-yard line. Taken down there immediately at the 34. He's going to be very close to a first down. Let's see what the referee says. Jackson on the recovery. They're going to spot it at the 34.5-yard line. Referee says first down, move the chains. And roll the clock and let's go. 1st and 10 for the Bearcats at the 34-yard line of the Central Rebels. Gabe Jackson comes wide receiver on the near side. Trips, handoff to the tailback, straight ahead, across the line of scrimmage. Drives forward to the 30-yard line. And finally taken down there. Caleb Hoggard on the carry. Jake Casey on the tackle, a gain of 4. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Rebels. For the Bearcats.
Tell you what, right now they're picking up 4 to 5 yards a pop on just about every play.
No huddle offense once again. 2 wide receivers near side, 2 to the right. Shotgun, they put a man in motion. Jet sweep to the far side. Turns it back up the middle. Breaks a tackle to the line of scrimmage. Gets across the 30 down to about the 29-yard line. A short gain there. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Bearcats. No huddle. No huddle once again. 2 to the right, 2 to the left. Shotgun formation. Here comes the blitz straight up the middle. The handoff to the tailback. Ducks his head inside the 27-yard line. Falls forward to the 25. And once again, it'll be very close to a first down. I believe the referee says 4th down. They're going to set it. They're going to set the ball just on the 25-yard line, so it'll be a 4th down and 1 for the Bearcats. Do what you do right here, right? If they stop you, they stop you. Hand off to number 31.
And they did.
He drives forward. It's going to be very close. Let's see where they spot it. They're going to spot it on the 25-yard line. He's going to be short, just short by about a half a yard here. See what the referee says. Turnover on downs. Good stop by the Central Rebels. Dexter went up the middle like they do, and Rebels stacked it up and stopped the Bearcats. And the Rebels will take over on downs. 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. It was a big stop for the Rebels and a big blow to the Bearcat offense. Okay, now we got it. And here come the Rebels quickly to the line of scrimmage. Bland goes under center. Rolls to the near side, gonna pass. Steps up, got pressure. Gets away from it, goes to the far side now, looks down the field across the middle, and that's a tough one as he tried to hit the intended receiver at the 45-yard line. When you're running one way and trying to throw back the other way, that's tough, even if you got a straight, strong arm like Jace Bland does.
Well, that's dangerous right there, too, because if he picks that, those offensive linemen ain't going to catch him to the end zone.
That's the only thing left to save it. 3:18 to go, 3rd quarter. 36-8 is your score. 2nd and 10 for the Central Rebels. 2 wide receivers come to the near side. Bland looks it over now, goes under center. Handoff to the first man through, breaks a tackle to 30. Still on his feet, out across the 34 to the 35-yard line. Very close to a first down for the Rebels. They'll say enough for a first down, move the chains.
I'll tell you what, it's not very close on the scoreboard right now, but it has been a very physical ball game out there all night.
It has. In the trenches. Tanner Smith on the carry, enough for a first down. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 35 for the Rebels. 2 wide receivers go to the far side, 1 to the near side. Hand off to the tailback. Straight ahead, breaks a tackle. Tyrese Welch across the 40. Sidesteps a man at the 45. Tripped up and taken down at the 47. They'll give him the 48. Now the 49-yard line. Good run by Tyrese Welch. And a first down once again for the Rebels.
That was about one shoestring away from being another big touchdown.
Yes, it was. That was a trip up. That wasn't a tackle. 2:33 to go third quarter. Kids are close, rolling through Park Hills. They said they can see the lights. Say hi, Pawpaw, he says. I miss you too, buddy. Shotgun formation, pitch to the tailback. Across the line of scrimmage, gets out across the 50 into Dexter territory at the 49. They'll bring it back to the 50, so no gain for the Rebels here. Second down and 10. No gain on the play for the Rebels. .151 to go third quarter. One wide receiver to the right, one in the slot, two to the left. Shotgun formation, looks to the left side. Caught there, hit immediately at the 46-yard line.
Excellent tackle by the Dexter defender that time.
Tanner Smith. Just a little quick out to the far side. Tanner Smith caught the ball, immediately hit the 46. So a gain of 5, and they'll bring up a third down and 5 for the Rebels. Pretty good defensive play there by the Bearcat defense. Kind of bending and not breaking so far right here, but Central still moving the football. They'll stack them trips to the near side this time. Hand off to the up man straight ahead. Gets across the 45. Down to about the 43-yard line. So a gain of 3 for the Rebels. And they'll be short. They'll bring up a 4th down and 3, and the Rebels rush to the line of scrimmage here. See what they want to do. Bland goes under center. Now he steps back, looks it over. Gonna look to the sideline. Play clock down to 15. Now he takes his time. He's going to go under center. Hand off to the tailback, and a great play by Dexter. Number 41 on the 4th down and 3, and they stopped the Rebels. That was a big stop, big play. 41, Bull McMillan and Foster on the tackle there, and the Bearcats force a turnover on downs here, and that's a big series for the defense for Dexter.
Yeah, it's good to see that those kids are still playing, that they haven't given up, and you're exactly right. That was a big play by Dexter defense.
You don't want this thing to become a blowout. You're still 36-8. It's a comfortable lead for Central, but now you take over on downs and do what you do and try to put the ball in the end zone. You want to keep working on the things you do good. Hogarth on the carry. Gets across the line of scrimmage to the 42, and a flag comes in from the defensive backfield here. Let's see what that's going to be all about. A game like this, you've still got one game left in the season, and here come the playoffs. So you want to stay in a rhythm, keep doing the things you do best, and keep trying to perfect them as you roll along here towards playoffs.
Well, not only that, but people forget about the playoff system now, how everything plays into the point system and everything like that. So, you want to try to get that game back under 13, and there's so many factors that go into it, but you want to help your district standings.
Dexter on a gain of 2, but a chop block will move the penalty back inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. So it'll bring up a first down. Be first down and 23. 20 seconds to go on the game clock. Third quarter. 3 wide receivers come to the near side. 1 man in the backfield for Sindel. Looks to the near side. Caught. Tries to get to the edge. Turns the corner at the 30. Gets out to about the 32-yard line. Caught by Ernesto Rivera. Tried to get to the outside. A great play by the Rebels. Clock runs out on the third quarter. That's going to do it. 36-8 after 3. We'll come back with 12 more minutes on the clock in 1 minute on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.
This is important news for men who have taken Viagra, Cialis, or Levitra and then suffered from the skin cancer melanoma. According to a new study, the use of Viagra and other ED drugs may increase the risk of men developing a serious form of skin cancer known as melanoma. Call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now. Our first consultation is free, and we don't get paid unless you get paid. Call now. Operators are standing by.
And welcome back to high school football on Program 86, 95.9 FM. The Central Rebels in control here over the Dexter Bearcats after 3, 36-8 your score. We've got some updated scores for you. The North County Raiders roll along 38-10. They lead Potosi. St. Genevieve and DeSoto still tied at 14. And see what else we have here. We've got North County 38-10, you said. St. Gen and DeSoto tied. St. Mary's all over Fredericktown, 49-3. And a quick pass to the near side by incomplete to the near side. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention there, looking to see who that was. So it'll bring up a third down and 18 for the Bearcats here. A few more scores for you. Hillsboro Poplar Bluff tied at 14. Shotgun formation, back to pass. Looks down the middle, now flushed and taken down from behind at the 25-yard line by the Central Rebels. Number 58, that's Tanner Friend on the tackle. Moves the ball all the way back to the 25-yard line. It's going to be fourth down and a mile. St. Francis Borgia over Festus 42-0, and Valley Catholic coming off that big loss last week to Lamar. They went down there and took a thumping. They lead Herculaneum 42-0. And Clayton and Farmington will play tomorrow along with Perryville. Flags come from everywhere as Dexter punts this one away. Taken at the 38-yard line, tries to get to the edge, now steps back inside, breaks a tackle, gets to the 45-yard line, taken down there. Finally is Tanner Smith. And let's see what the flags are all about.
Got one late there too, right at the end of the play on this near side of the field.
As I mentioned, Perryville will play Windsor tomorrow at 1, and the Farmington Knights will go to St. Louis and play Clayton at 1 also. Referees get together here as the flags come in from every direction. After 3, 36-8 your score here as the Central Rebels roll along and look to stay undefeated and go to 8-0 on the season. They'll finish up the season next week, and no easy task for them, Coach. They gotta play the Sykeston Bulldogs. Thank you, Dustin. And that's anytime you match up against that team, Coach Gibbs is going to give you everything he's got.
Well, it's a little bit different style of football than what they're used to seeing. You know, they don't play much in the Boot Heel, and if you know anything about high school football, it's a little bit different than this area. A little bit more speed, and so you know, you don't be so concerned with that record right now, because I think it's going to be a better game than what people think.
Yep, absolutely, and it will be in Sykeston, so a little bit of advantage there to the, for the Coach Gibbs' team. So that'd be an interesting matchup next week.
Well, and there's no doubt about it that if you look down their schedule, they're definitely battle tested, and they've lost some close ones, and they played some Jacksons and some Cape Centrals and Poplar Bluff. So, I mean, there's a little bit different a difference in the schedules.
Fourth down and 26 for Dexter, as Central will make them punt it away once again. The punter stands at the 12-yard line here. He's gotten off some pretty good punts here tonight. He's going to need a bomb here. Fourth down and 26. Good snap, takes his time, steps into a high punt. And both guys ran away from the football. And let's see, Dexter falls on the football at the 40-yard line. Let's see, as they run away from it, we thought that that one of the Central Rebels touched that football. A lot of confusion there, and that could have been a mess.
Let me just clarify myself here, though. I don't want to take anything away from Park Hills being 8-0, because they they played some good football, and there's a reason why they're state ranked. So I don't want people to think that I'm taking anything away from the schedule that they've played, but let's just make that clear right now.
I understand, brother. I understand you're kind of partial to Coach Gibbs, but that's okay. First and 10 for the Rebels at the 40-yard line. They lead this one 36-8. I just had to throw that in there. Shotgun formation for Sindel. Fake for Bland. Check it. Rolls to the far side now. Runs away from pressure. Throws way down the field, and good coverage by the Dexter Bearcats at the 34-yard line. I believe that was Trout. Let's see. Yeah, that was Nick Trout on the coverage there. Good coverage by him as he went up and knocked that one away from the wide receiver. Job by Chase Bland, though. He pressure coming from everywhere, and he rolled out of the pocket, still looking down the field the whole time, head up. That's a sign of a good senior leader. Two wide receivers now come to the near side. They stack them to the near side, stack them to the far side. Shotgun formation. And a flag comes in. Maybe not enough people on the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they say here. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Hastings Unlimited, Clark Power Services, Goggins Drilling, Huck's Chiropractic, Dunlop Automotive, Seabarn, Cozine Memorial Chapel, Big Dick's Barbecue, Hood's Discount Home Center, Cole's Tractor and Equipment, Charlie's Mowing, First State Community Bank, Ward's Farm Center, A Western Photography, Sparks Motors, Patriot Ready Mix, Craig's Roofing, and Farmington Building Supply. All great sponsors of high school football each and every week. Stack them to the right, stack them to the left. Shotgun formation. Fake the handoff. Here comes Bland to the near side. He's got running room, nobody coming after him. Gets across midfield, still on his feet. Stiff arms a man at the 50, still on his feet, and finally thrown out of bounds at the 43-yard line. And you talk about a load for a quarterback. He was not to be denied and wasn't going down. They finally had to knock him out of bounds at the 43.
He knocked that Dexter defender off of him like a fly. Goodness gracious.
He looked like a fullback running through there. Great job by Bland, enough for the first down. They're spotted at the 43-yard line. And now a timeout on the field. Dexter said we've had enough for a minute. Timeout, Dexter. 10:29 to go in this one. 36-8 your score, and we'll come back with more high school football on Froggy 96.
I stole from my family, my friends, loved ones, everybody, and I ended up screwing them over.
If this sounds like you or someone you love, then it's time to call the Addiction Recovery Network. The Addiction Recovery Network ensures that everyone who calls receives the right treatment for anyone needing treatment for alcohol abuse, drug addiction, or dependence on prescription medications. Plus, ARN can tell you if your insurance will cover your treatment.
The people at ARN have the solution for you.
I called.
Make the free call now.
The Froggy crew will be on the road everywhere tomorrow. We'll start off from 8 to 10. Brad Dockins will be at the Madison County Fair in Fredericktown at the Azalea Park. A lot going on tomorrow. We talked about some of it. We ended up, I think, with the Grease Pig. At 10 o'clock, the Antique Tractor Pull starts along with the Lawnmower Tractor Pull. Bring these hot rod lawnmowers in. They'll pull their own sled. And then the hot rod tractors along with the trucks, the local trucks, always a good time. We've got a big lineup for you there at the Madison County Fair tomorrow. Hand off to the tailback, straight ahead, breaks a tackle, gets inside the 40-yard line down to the 39. Featherston on the tackle, a gain of 4 for the Rebels. And more going on at the Madison County Fair. Brad Dockins will be there from 8 to 10. Lots of free games for the kids, plenty of stuff for the kids to do, crafts and vendors and food everywhere, and the Carnival Midway. Bland goes under center, steps back, now throws to the near side. Caught there by the wide receiver, number 1, Jake Casey. Short gain for Casey. They'll give him the 35-yard line, so a gain of 4 for Casey to bring up a third down and 2 for the Rebels. Lots of entertainment on the main stage. The good thing about the county fair is there are lots of local stuff. We have local vendors, local crafts, local entertainment, and we'll have some good ones on the main stage for tomorrow.
Are you singing there tomorrow?
One wide receiver to the right and one to the left. Now, Chase Bland, it's a secret. Goes under center, waits on the play clock now. It rolls under 10. Now he steps under center, back to pass. Throws to the near side quickly to Jake Casey. Breaks the tackle and gets down to about the 25-yard line. And it looks like a flag comes in late as Casey brought it down to the 25. Enough for a first down, but let's see what the flag's about. Kevin Schaefer says Jackson leads DeSmet 49-21. That game late in the third quarter. Talking about the Froggy Crew after Brad Dockins, Dustin Kopp from 10 to 11 will be at the Annapolis Freedom Fest in Annapolis. Join him there if you're in the area. Annapolis Freedom Fest, always a good time. And then the big man, Fred Dockins, he'll be at the Leadwood Music Festival from 11 to 1. They'll have some entertainers from the old Hee Haw show. You remember Hee Haw?
Oh, yes. Yes, I do.
Leadwood Music Festival. They'll have a couple entertainers from that. I remember their names off the top of my head, but should be a great time there at the Leadwood Music Festival. Go out there and see Fred Dockins from 11 to 1. So the Froggy Crew on the road all day tomorrow from Leadwood to Annapolis to Fredericktown.
That was a big deal around my house on Saturday night. Was Hee Haw.
Hee Haw, Hee Haw.
Of course, we only had 3 channels.
Yep.
12, 6, and 5.
Here we go. No tennis shoes.
Oh, we had shoes.
Oh, that was my day, not yours. First and 10 for the Rebels. They'll spot it at the 39-yard line. And now the referees want to get together once again.
Oh, my goodness. I've never seen it take so long to spot a ball.
Great job by the gals here. Pink everywhere as October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And shown everywhere here. Let's see what the referees are getting together about. They're talking to the Dexter coach over there on the far sideline. Kevin Golcher trying to get his point across. And let's see what we end up with here. Justin giving me some further instructions. Ronnie Stolman, yes, she'll be there, and Buck Trent. That's right, Ronnie. I caught that interview the other day with Ronnie. She's a hoot.
It was a hee-haw and good time.
Hee-haw and good time, Dustin says. Okay, back to live action now. 8:53 to go in this one. Chase Bland goes under center. One wide receiver to right, left. Hand off to the tailback, breaks the tackle to line of scrimmage. Still on his feet inside the 30, down to about the 26-yard line. Tyrese Welch on the carry.
If those officials took any longer, you're going to have to restretch these kids. They're going to be all stoved up.
And as you say that, we have an injured player on the field. Not sure who it is here. 8:42 to go to this one. We'll check the injury and come back with more high school football on Froggy 96 and 95.9 FM. We got Dustin off guard.
Are you one of the many Americans who undergo CPAP or BiPAP therapy? Replacing your supplies every 3 to 6 months is critical, as bacteria will build up and worn-out straps cause leaks. Call Allied Medical Supply Network and speak to an expert agent who will set up a schedule for your supplies to be delivered right to your door at little or no cost to you. Call Allied Medical Supply Network today and rest easy.
Call 800-591-7186. That's 800-591-7186.
And good news there. Tyrese Welch, the ball carrier that time, was the injured player and came off on his own. That's always good to see. He's kind of holding his head a little bit.
I'll tell you what, in a situation like that, especially a physical ball game like this, you want to try to get those guys out as early as you can to avoid that happening.
Absolutely. 36-8 is your score here. Now Jace Bland still in the football game. Comes under center, one wide receiver. That's Jake Casey to the near side, one to the far side. Bland going to let the play clock run down. Now it's under 5. He takes a snap, hands off to the tailback straight ahead. Cuts back across the grain inside the 25 down to about the 22-yard line. Short gain for Tanner Smith. They'll give him 4. So a second down and 6 for the Rebels.
Second and 6. It's actually second and 5. They keep putting it a yard further than I would.
Play clock under 15, 7:50 to go in the ball game now. Casey comes wide receiver to the near side. And Tice Huck to the far side. Picked up man coverage there. Bland looks it over. I formation behind him. He's going to keep it straight ahead. Hit immediately at the line of scrimmage. They may give him one. Looks like a little confusion there. He wanted to hand off to somebody. Nobody there, so he turned and went up the field for a short gain. They'll give him the 22-yard line, so a short gain. Bring up a 3rd down and 4 for the Rebels. Rebels started off the scoring at 7:38 to go in the first. Will Hopkins with a screen pass, 51 yards for the touchdown. And now Bland waits on the play clock down to 5. He takes a snap back to pass. Looks to the near side for Casey. Almost stepped in front of by the Dexter Bearcats. Good defense there as the incomplete pass. Good defense by the Bearcats. Nate Gargis on the defensive play there. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 4. Ball spotted at the 22-yard line. Dexter show a little something here and make them turn the ball over on downs once again. That'd be a big plus for them. Casey goes wide receiver to the far side this time. One wide receiver to the near side. Back to pass is Bland. Steps up, flushed out, comes to the near side. He's got blockers. Now he's going to take off at the 20, down inside the 15. They'll give him about the 13-yard line, and that's going to be enough for a 1st down. Kind of a broken play there by Bland. Couldn't find anyone, so he turned and tucked. Good job by the offensive line. They got out in front of him, blocked, gave him plenty of room to pick up the 1st down, and he got down inside the 15 to the 13 for another 1st down for the Rebels. And now Bland will check out of this one.
He's had a big night, too.
He has had a big night. Is that Dylan Cochran? It is. In at quarterback. He hands off to the tailback straight ahead. Short gain as he tripped up at the 12-yard line. Dylan Cochran in the game. Corbin Strong on the tackle. A short gain of 2. So it'll bring up a 2nd down and 8 for the Rebels. Rebels checking a few guys out of this one finally with 5:50 to go in this one. That's a smart thing to do. You got a big football game next week against the Sykeston Bulldogs and chance to go 9-0 and a district run. Last thing you want to do is get somebody hurt. Cochran goes under center. Hands off straight ahead to the first man through. That's number 15, Trevor Johnson. And he's tripped up inside the 10 at the 8. Gain of 3, so it'll bring up a 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels. Sophomore Dylan Cochran getting a little game experience here. That'll pay dividends down the road. Somebody's going to have to take over this team as the senior Bland will graduate this year. So now one wide receiver goes to the far side. That's Tice Huck and Jake Casey near to the near side. Cochran goes under center, pitches to the tailback, tries to get to the outside, turns the corner, hit from behind at the 5-yard line and taken down there. Johnson tried to get to the edge there, the speedster, but 2 Dexter Bearcats cut him down at the 5-yard line, short of a 1st down. So it'll bring up a 4th down and 2 for the Central Rebels. Jake Casey checks back into the game with the next play. You always like to get them underclassmen some valuable time in these games.
All the minutes that you can get is going to pay dividends in the future.
He's probably going to take over this team, so the more experience he can get, the better off he'll be. One to the right, that's Huck. Casey to the near side. Under center goes Cochran on the keeper, straight ahead, hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward. It's going to be very close to a 1st down. They're going to spot it at the 4, I think. It's going to be close. No signal yet. Still no signal by the referee. He wants to get a good look at this one. 3:59 to go in this one. And I believe we may have a measurement. Official timeout on the field gives us a little time to check on some scores. And 21-20, is that right? Poplar Bluff in a barn burner here with Hillsboro. 21-20 is our last score. We'll check on that, see if we can get an update on that one. Last score from Jackson. And Dexter on the hold there. Central unable to convert the fourth down, and Dexter's going to take over inside their 10-yard line at the 4, it looks like, and a good stand for the Dexter Bearcats.
They've had 2 or 3 of those tonight.
So Dexter takes over 1st and 10 at their own 4. 1 to the right and 1 to the left. 1 man behind the quarterback. Hands off straight ahead. Puts his head down. Still running hard to the 10-yard line. Thrown backwards by 4 or 5 Central Rebels, but not till he gets out to about the 10-yard line. So a gain of 5.
That gives them a little bit of breathing room now, and they're able to maybe open up their offensive package a little bit.
Caleb Hoggard on the carry. See if we can get you some updates here quickly.
Your back's against the wall like that, it sometimes limits on what you can do offensively.
Handoff to the tailback once again. Ducks his head. Hoggard once again gets out to about the 20-yard line. Another good run by Hoggard. Kid keeps those legs moving, doesn't he? He's a big boy, and he keeps those legs moving. Get a couple of them offensive linemen out in front of you pushing, and 6 or 8 at a time really pads your stats. Handoff once again to Hoggard. Now he bounces to the outside, turns the corner, out to the 40, speeds, turns on the Jets to the 45, and tripped up at midfield. They'll spot it at the 49-yard line. Good wheels by Hoggard that time. You thought he was just a ground and pound guy, and he got to the outside and showed off those wheels. Here comes Dexter quickly to the line of scrimmage. No huddle. Trout, the wide receiver, to the far side. Now 2 men in the backfield for Sindel. Hands off straight ahead to the tailback. Breaks a tackle inside the 45. Still on his feet inside the 40, and finally taken down at the 37-yard line. Corbin Strong on the carry that time. They've got 3 good backs that can carry the mail.
I'll tell you what, I've really been impressed with these Dexter kids tonight.
2:46 to go in this one. Shotgun formation once again. Give straight ahead. Breaks a tackle to 30, inside the 25. Still on his feet inside the 15 and down to the 10-yard line is Strong. And a good run. Would not be denied and wouldn't go down. He tripped up several times but would not go down. And another first down for the Dexter Bearcats. Got to be impressed with this bunch, man. They've got 3 guys that can really run the football. Stacked backfield once again. Sindel, shotgun, takes a snap, gives straight ahead once again inside the 5, side steps a man, made it look easy for the touchdown. Dexter Bearcat strong there. Good blocking up front, sidestepped a man, walked into the end zone.
About 4 or 5 plays on that drive. Went 97 yards?
96, started at the 4, yes sir. .219 to go in the 4th here as the Bearcats will attempt the extra point. Snapped over his head. Kicker caught the ball, going to try to run to the 10, turns the corner, thrown out of bounds. Finally, all the way back at the 12-yard line.
Horse
and flags
collar
come in, and I believe it's either going to be a horse collar or a face mask penalty here. We'll see. See what the penalty's going to be. 2:19 to go in this one. See what this penalty's going to be about. Looks like it may be a horse collar. So they'll probably get another shot at this one, see what the referees want to do.
And you know, Dave, looking down this roster for Dexter, there's only about 10 seniors on this team, so they're going to have most of these kids back again next year.
Coach Gulch are doing a pretty good job with this football team. They're no quitting this bunch. Now the referee spotted at the 5, and we'll try it again. Dexter will, I'm not sure at this point. Looks like they got the kicking team in there, but
Corbin Strong, he's a junior.
Just a junior. Got some, still trying to figure this one out here. We'll get some scores for you. Jackson over DeSmet, 56-21. Let's see, North County all over Potosi, 54-17. St. Genevieve leads DeSoto, 28-21. And St. Mary's all over Fredericktown. That game a final, 56-3. Now they're going to try a 2-point conversion is Dexter. Shotgun formation, one to the right and one to the left. Fake the handoff, back to pass, throws across the middle. Almost intercepted there by Cochran. And 2-point conversion, no good. So 2:19 to go in this one. Dexter gets on the board once again. They now trail 36-14, and we'll come back with more right after this.
Snacking has never been this exciting. At Graze.com, we combine wholesome ingredients with the flavors we all love to create over 100 exciting snacks. Like our mix of vanilla pumpkin seeds, Belgian chocolate, pecans, and mini cookies. Eat them together, and it tastes like turtle pie. We'd love to send you a box of snacks for free in your very own Graze sampler box, full of tasty 3 p.m. refuels, savory chip alternatives, and sweet afternoon treats. Every snack has a nutritionist-approved match, and we never use GM ingredients, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors or flavors. Just go to Graze.com, enter the code ENJOY82, and we'll mail your free box to your home or office. Join thousands of Grazers already in love with our exciting snacks, and redeem your free box now at Graze.com with the code ENJOY82. So come to Graze.com for your first box free.
36-14 your score here. 2:19 to go in this ball game here in Park Hills. Dexter kicks it deep. Ball bounces at the 18, picked up at the 15, and immediately takes a knee.
I'm a little surprised.
16-yard line.
A little surprised they didn't onside kick there.
Is Tanner Smith. Took the one hopper and immediately took a knee there. No contact. And Central will have it 1st and 10 at their own 16. Yeah, you would think they'd want to try to, get some more points. I don't think they can get inside that 13. But still trying to, play to the end. So Central will have it 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. After 3, Jackson leads DeSmet 56-27. Stay tuned for the post-game show. We'll run you down on all the scores that we have for you. Don't forget, Farmington Knights play tomorrow against Clayton, and the Perryville Pirates are in action also tomorrow at 1 o'clock.
Homecoming.
It's homecoming tomorrow?
Homecoming tomorrow.
Oh, good.
And that's one town that really does it right for homecoming. So it's almost like a college atmosphere.
Central takes the timeout with 2:14 to go in this one, so we'll step aside and come back with more Central Rebel Dexter Bearcat football on Froggy 96.
This is an important medical message from the Pain Management Network. Do you suffer from severe back or knee pain, making even your most simple everyday activities difficult? Well, if you're on Medicare, we have great news. You can now receive a pain-relieving knee or back brace at little or no cost to you. We'll handle the paperwork with Medicare for free. All shipping and customer service is free. And the call to check your eligibility is free.
Call now, 800-237-7821, 800-237-7821.
Cochran goes under center, hands off straight ahead. To the first man through, a short gain by Trevor Johnson. And it'll bring up 2nd down and 8 for the Central Rebels. Try to get you an update on the Poplar Bluff Hillsboro game. Last check, that game was 21-20. See where that one's at. Hillsboro hanging on to a high-powered offense there. They're keeping Poplar Bluff down to 20 points. That's pretty good. Back to pass is Cochran. Looks down the sideline to the near side for Casey. In and out of the hands as Casey dove for that one at the 40-yard line. It's a pretty good pass by Cochran, though. The only guy going to catch that football was Casey. And he overthrew him just slightly.
Seemed kind of strange seeing Casey wear the red and blue of Central Rebels after seeing him wear the purple and gold of Potosi for those many years.
Yep. Mark Casey, coached over there for several years, didn't he?
He sure did. Did a great job while he was there, too.
Great coach, though, too. I mean, very good to work with, always good to interview, and just a good guy. One to the right and one to the left. Now they put a man in motion for Cochran. He goes under center, pitches to the near side, tries to get to the outside, thrown out of bounds, and a flag comes in. A fumble on the play as the tailback was thrown out of bounds. See what the flag's going to be about. Dexter says it will be against Central, but sometimes politics play into that when you're on the near sideline there. There was a fumble on the play, and there was a flag. Maybe that was just a marker, but there was a fumble on the play, and they're going to say turnover to the Bearcats at the 20-yard line. They're going to wave off the flag and give Dexter the turnover on the fumble at the 20-yard line. So a huge break for Dexter. And they'll have it 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line of the Central Rebels with 1:23 to go in this one. As a coach, you'd certainly like to see him punch us in one more time. Shotgun formation, back to pass, looks, throws to the near far side, caught at the 12, still on his feet, inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. It's number 35, that's Gabe Jackson on the catch. Enough for a 1st down inside the, they'll give him the 11-yard line, it looks like. And we're set to go. Dexter hurries to the line of scrimmage, hands off to the tailback straight ahead, and in he goes for the touchdown. 11-yard touchdown run by number 16. That's Hoggard once again, and he's carried a big load for this Bearcat team tonight, and he made that look easy. 1:03 to go in this one. Bearcats put on 6 more.
Looks like they're going to go for 2. Nobody home.
2-point conversion attempt is no good, so 1:03 to go in this one. 36-20 is your score. We'll come back with more high school football right after this.
This is important news for women who were administered chemotherapy intravenously for breast cancer and then suffered permanent hair loss. Some women administered the breast cancer chemotherapy drug Taxotere have suffered from permanent hair loss on scalp, eyebrows, and eyelashes. If you suffered permanent hair loss after chemotherapy for breast cancer, call the law offices of Davis & Crump right now to find out if you are eligible for a cash award and medical expenses. Call now. Operators are standing by.
We knew the Bluff was in for a battle against Hillsboro, and they pull it off. The final 21-20, Bluff beats Hillsboro.
Wow.
Bluff stays undefeated. Hillsboro goes to 6-2. Now the onside kick, pooch kick at the 40-yard line, taken by one of the up men, number 22, and taken down immediately, Tyler Murray. And Central will have it 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
How many timeouts does Dexter have left?
I think they've only used 1. Let's see. Both teams have 2 timeouts left. Final.
If they could force another turnover here, this could get interesting.
Last check, 63-27. Jackson leads DeSmet. And let's see here. Cape Central over Chaminade, 57-17. Dexter has 2 timeouts now as the play runs. No gain on the play, actually a half-a-yard loss, and Dexter will not call a timeout here, and the clock runs inside 42 seconds now. 2nd and 11 for the Rebels. 15 to go on the game, on the play clock, 35 to go on the game clock. Cochran waits on the game clock with 5. Now they go under center with 3, and he steps back, takes a knee, and with 20 seconds to go, that's probably going to do it. 36-20 is your final. Dexter gave it all they had, but the Central Rebels go to 8-0 on the season. We'll come back to wrap this one up in 2 minutes on Froggy 96, 95.9 FM.